All right, so thank you guys so much for joining. My name's Holly. We're going to do a 75-minute 26 and 2 yoga class. So, a lot of times there's 60-minute versions of this class that go really fast, and there's 90-minute versions of this class that are super beginner friendly, which I love. 75 minutes, kind of that sweet spot of like, we'll have time in the postures, but I will have less time to make bad jokes. And as always, we're going to start with a little bit of a warm up because we're not in a hot room and this style of yoga is traditionally done in a hot room. So we'll start with 3 rounds of sun salutations and then hop into traditional 26 and 2 yoga. So for the sun salutations, come towards the top of your mat. I'm actually going to come back a bit and stand in periphery. And just with the sun salutations, remember that every movement goes with an inhale or an exhale. Okay, so bring your feet close together towards the top of your mat. Take a moment, bring the weight into your toes, rock the weight back into your heels, and then evenly distribute your body weight on both feet and just take a moment to arrive. Okay, we'll begin. Bring your hands together at heart center, 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, looking up as if you were saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, fold forward, put your hands on the floor, drop your head. Inhale into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, place your hands on the floor, step back into a high plank or into tabletop. You have an option to stay here or lean forward 2 inches, hug your elbows into your sides, and slowly lower down to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. This motion of lowering down and then coming up into a back bend is called a vinyasa. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. As you lift your hips up, try to get your heels down to the floor. If down dog doesn't feel right for you, skip the down dog and instead come into a child's pose. Sink your hips down and reach your arms forward. So every plank can be a tabletop. Every down dog can be a child's pose. And if that vinyasa motion of lowering down and coming up into a back bend doesn't feel right for you, especially if you have shoulder or wrist injuries, you can skip it and go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. So lots of variations and options. On your next inhale, look forward, hands on the floor, step forward, feet between your hands, come up into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and drop your head down. Inhale, reach your eyes, circle your arms up, looking up overhead, greeting the sun. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale and do a halfway lift, weight in your toes, chin away from your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the floor, step back into your plank or tabletop. Remember, you can stay here and just go directly into your down dog or child's pose, or you can take a vinyasa, go forward 2 inches, hug your elbows in, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into your either baby cobra with elbows bent or up dog. If you're doing up dog, thighs must be off the floor, otherwise it can hurt your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. So for child's pose, reach your arms forward, relax your head, and sink your hips down. For down dog, lift your hips up, relax your head, and press your heels down. Try to get your heels closer to the floor. Spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Take a slow inhale, generating heat. Slow exhale, warming up the body from the inside out. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, last one, inhale, lift your arms up, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, look forward into a halfway lift. Exhale, keep looking forward, hands to the floor, step back into your high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. For down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. So you don't want all of your body weight in your wrist / the heel of your hand. Really push down through the upper knuckles as well. If your heels aren't touching the floor yet, try taking a slightly wider stance. Contract your thighs, lift your hips, drop your heels, relax your head. Take an inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, come up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Wonderful, so that was our little warm up. From here, we'll hop into traditional 26 and 2 yoga. Come to the middle of your mat and towel, bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin, knuckles under the chin like glue. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Ha sound. Head back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touching away from your body. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up. Lock your legs. Weight stays in your heels. Hips a little forward. Hip muscles contracting. Thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down. Stomach, stomach, stomach. Depression to abdominal wall. Contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up, suck it in, hold it in tight. Slowly head back, slowly arms forward. Exhale more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more and more and more air. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Deepest breath of your day. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change. Arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles under your chin. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through the nose against the back of the throat. Create a little bit of a vibration, snoring sensation. Exhale, head up, use your throat muscles. Think of your throat like a valve, constricted. Breathe slower, longer. Exhale more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So it's a snoring sound, right? A little bit like Darth Vader, but not like my friend Baby Yoda. Exhale, head up. So you're not using your vocal cords, you're just slowly exhaling through the mouth as you reach your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lungs empty. 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Slowly bring your chin down as you lift your chest up. Exhale, head up. Keep your shoulders down and your elbows up. Stretch your arms forward, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet. Pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice, tight grip. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. See if you can squeeze your palms together up to the wrists from start to finish. When you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Press your hips a little forward, suck your stomach in, and bring your head and arms back, biceps with your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right without bending your elbows and knees. Continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Bring the weight back into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, suck your stomach in, upper body back, touch biceps with your ears. Push your left hip forward, get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower, petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, squeeze your palms together, stretch up, and slowly bend your body to the left as you push your hips to the right, coming down in a straight line without bending your elbows or knees. So if the knees or elbows are starting to bend, you might have gone a little bit too far. Lift your chin, lift your chest, push your left arm into your ear, push your right arm into your ear, drop your shoulders, lift your chin, lift your chest, relax your jaw. This yoga is just as much about what you relax as what you engage. Suck your stomach in. Contract your left thigh as well as your right thigh and breathe through your nose. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend, take a deep breath. Full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lock your arms, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back, bend your total spine backward bending, try to fall down backwards, maximum weight in your heels, lock your legs, inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change, inhale to come up, stretch up, exhale, bend your knees, go down, put your hands on the floor, drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or even your heels from behind. Step on all 10 fingers. Bend your elbows and wrap your elbows back. Everybody roll forward, wrap your elbows back. Touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, drop your head. Touch your face to your shins below your knees. So from the side, no room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight forward into your toes. Lift your hips up. Push your knees back. Try to lock your legs. Good. Change. Come on up. Arms with your ears. Knees can bend. Very nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head. Palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. And notably, I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the left when in fact I'm bending to the right. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Just know that in this style of yoga, we do the right side first. So with that in mind, push your left hip forward, keep your two hips in line, right shoulder forward, two shoulders in line, weight in the heels, arms with the ears, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, reset, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. Make sure you're breathing in and out through your nose. In yoga and in life, your number one priority should always be your breath, slow and steady. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little forward, suck your stomach in, upper body back. Push your right hip forward, keep your two hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower, petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes, squeeze your butt, press your palms together, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. So if your knees or elbows are bending, come up a little bit, contract your quads, squeeze your glutes, keep the weight in your heels, and then push your hips forward. Squeeze your palms together and bring your arms back a little bit more than you think you can. Push the index fingers away from the face, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down, drop your head. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. You've been here before. What's different? What's the same? Every day's a little different. Check in, feel what's right for you. Second set, Padastasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves or your Achilles from behind. Everybody roll forward and wrap your elbows back behind you. I don't know if anybody else has ever seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, but there's an excellent theme song with Vanilla Ice that goes ninja, ninja, wrap. And every time I think wrap your elbows back, I think about Vanilla Ice. That is a tangent. Pull on your heels, roll the weight into your toes, wrap your elbows back and lift your hips up. Push your knees back, try to lock your legs, lock your legs, lock your legs. Change, come on up, arms with your ears. Good, arms down, and take a breath. Okay, awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, 6 inches. I feel like I've bared my soul there with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too. Step your right foot to the right, 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels, sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. A little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward, now come up all the way on your tiptoes, maximum, like a ballerina. Stretch up first, bend your knees and sit down. So we're starting to play around with balance, right? Lift your heels all the way up. One day just balancing on big toes. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Ooh, last part, heels down. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time. The slower you do, the better you do. Stop whenever you want or when you're a ½ inch off your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Lift your chest, drop your shoulders. Change, slowly push the floor away from you, knees together. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance. It's not a super big step, right? If you have to, for the third part, if you always have to bring your feet in more to bring your knees together, you're taking too wide of a step in the first part. You want your feet under your hip bones, not your thighs, your hip bones, right? A little bit different. Okay, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, suck your stomach in, 3, 2, 1, bend your knees, sit down. So stick your butt out and fold forward. The more you lean forward, the more you stick your butt out, the easier it is to sit down. Suck your stomach in and start to peel your upper body off your lower body, shoulders down, jaw relax, a little bit more weight back into your heels, stomach in, chin up, chest up. Good, change. Inhale to come up. Second part, push your hips forward like you want to tuck your tailbone under and now come up all the way on your tippy toes. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees want to go out or in. Keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees and hands. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, stomach in, sit down. Change. Inhale to come up, heels down with control. Squeeze knees together. Let your heels come a little up and slowly sit down to a count of 10 in your head. Remember, you can stop wherever you want. Here is fine, or you just slowly sit down. Stop when there's a gap between your hips and your heels, so you're never resting, right? You come up just a little bit, pull your belly in, keep your triceps tight, fingers active. Change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first. Identify your right side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swing your right arm under left arm, right under left. Cross elbows. You can grab your shoulders. You can interlock fingers or have hands in prayer. Thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull your elbows down. Bend your knees, sit down. Lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg, right over left, as high as possible. Start to point your right toes towards your left calf and eventually wrap your right foot. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies towards the front of your mat. pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg as high as possible, cross twist, and eventually wrap your left foot behind your right calf. Now notice if your hands are going to the right of your face. Bring your hands to the left, back to center, and that'll normally make the right shoulder pop up, so then drop the right shoulder down. So hands to the left, right shoulder down. Sit a little bit lower. Bring the weight back into your heel. Sit a little bit lower. Arch your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Second set. Swing right arm, under left arm. Palms together, eventually fingers in line and wrists straight. Ooh, it's so hard. So on this side, hands to the right, left shoulder down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there without lifting your hips. That's the hard part. Bring your right leg over your left leg. Cross twist. Eventually eliminate the gap between your right ankle and left calf muscle. So try to point your toes down. Knees to the right, upper body to the left, weight back in your heel, sit down more, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one, you can do it. Bring your left arm under your right arm, palms together, wrists straight, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Make sure you're breathing. So we're transitioning into the balancing part of class. And sometimes when we balance, we like grit our teeth or we take it really seriously, so much so that we forget to breathe. Keep breathing your priority. Relax your jaw, seal your lips, then sit down, arch your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Float your arms down. Party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. Fun to be here with all of you. This is our only official water break, but feel free to drink water or have a party whenever you like. Okay, continuing on. So for the next 3 postures, we balance on one leg. If you fall out, just hop back in. Always finish on a standing locked leg. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janu Shrasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Stomach in. Option to stay here or start to round down. And eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. Standing leg should be solid, concrete, one piece lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg is locked. If your standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started. If both legs lock, then start to bend elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. So bring the elbows in and down, and then keep going. Chest down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse. Out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Lift your left leg up. Point your toes. Flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back. I'll show you from the side. Suck your stomach in and start to round down. Eventually picking up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. So it's one thing if there's a micro bend in your knee, that's okay. But if your knee is like super bending, stay here. See if you can lift up until your standing leg is contracted. So you want to think about lifting your kneecap up. Quadricep muscles super engaged in the standing leg. If right leg is locked, slowly, gently lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick. Kick your heel forward. Flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. Keep pulling up on your right thigh as well as your left thigh. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an upside down L like Linda, then bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles, keep coming down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, heel forward, toes back, standing leg locked. Good, change, slowly reverse. Out, you can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or an even, second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot, contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh. Lift your right leg up, toes back, abdomen engaged, round down, pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Here we go, slowly lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance, slowly Tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Take your time as you reverse out, just the way you went in. Good. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg. Lift up on your right knee, contract your right quadricep, lift your left leg up, toes back, stomach in, round your spine. You're compressing your abdominal wall. Pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked like you're about to help your best friend over a fence. Concentrate, meditate, breathe. Here we go. Lift your left leg up. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on your hamstrings, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. And if your forehead's touching your shin, that means you need to move your hips forward more, heel forward more so the knee and head come together. Change, slowly reverse out. Okay, that was a forward curl. Next, you do a big back bend, shoulder opener, standing bow pulling pose. Feet together, bring your right hand up, palm faces the ceiling, bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Whee, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, bring your left arm up and back with your ear, knees together to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Slowly come down. Bring the abdomen and chest parallel to the floor. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up until your right shoulder disappears behind your left shoulder. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous. 50-50, the harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kick really hard, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Nice, other side. Bring your left hand up. Imagine you're holding money in your hand. Don't drop the money, bring your hand out. Reach back without dropping the money in your hand. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up and back with your ear, knees together. So lift your right kneecap, contract your right quadricep, reach your right shoulder up, and now charge your body forward as you kick your left leg back and up. Again, kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous. 50-50, the harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fall out, you're not kicking hard enough, hop back in, kick even harder. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Left hip down a little bit, body down more, leg up more. Keep your chin and chest lifted, deep back bend, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down, hold still for 1 breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, knees together. So notice if one hip is higher or further back than the other, you want to press the right hip forward and down, so hips start in line. Bring your left arm up and back. Contract your left quadricep, lift the left kneecap, lift your left shoulder, chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand, stretch forward to the front of your mat, breathe through your nose. Remember that it's a back bend, so keep your chin and chest lifted, even if you're focusing on an unmoving spot in front of you. Chin and chest stay lifted, let your abdominal wall relax. Drop your right hip down, push your left shoulder forward. Now the chest is opening, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up. Last one, bring your left hand up, bring it out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, make it look easy even though it's not, knees together, right arm all the way back with your ear, one day arm behind your ear flap. Lock your right leg, squeeze your right tricep, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Coming down with poise, with grace, with control. The slower you do,
the better you do. That's where you gain the strength, the balance, the control, and if you fall out, hop back in. Body down more, keep your chin and chest lifted, touch your big toe to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Good. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. Feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Bring your head and arms back. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs. Point your left toes and slowly tilt with control. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, woo, arms back, chest up. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, and slowly go. So it's a short posture, but you don't want to like throw yourself into it, right? You want to come down with control, everything parallel to the floor. Now squeeze your palms together, charge your body forward, drop your right hip down, point your right toes, lock your right leg, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. So notice if one hip wants to lift. I'm right there with you. Let's try to keep our hips in line and biceps with ears. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, touch your biceps to your ears. If you're late, it's over. So here we go. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. So left hip down, spiral your inner left thigh up. Bring your left foot to the left. Left pinky toe down, left big toe up, right hip back, stretch, change. Left foot down, it's so hard, right? Right foot back, arms back, lean back, step your left foot forward, keep your right hip down, point your right toes and tilt. So right hip down, left hip back, right big toe up, right foot to the right. Squeeze your palms, suck your stomach in, stretch, change, right foot down, very nice. Left foot down, arms down. Come to the top of your mat and towel for the separate leg series. You're welcome to stay on the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you. Standing separate leg stretching. Dandayamana Bikapapada Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn toes in, heels out. Contract your quads, lift your kneecaps, lift your chest, and swan dive forward, hinging at your hips as if you were closing a hardback book, not a paperback. Grab your heels from behind. And for this posture and the next 2, don't be afraid to play around with your step. You can take a wider or smaller step throughout the posture. If you can't grab your heels after adjusting your step, start by grabbing your pinky toes, the outsides of your feet, or if you have tight knees and hamstrings, start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll the weight forward into the balls of your feet until your heels are light. You could almost lift your heels off the floor. Now lift your kneecaps, contract your quadricep muscles, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Step your right foot back to the left, arms over your head, float your arms down. Second set, arms overhead. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, turn toes in and heels out. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Lead with your heart all the way down. If you don't have a heart, lead with your lower ribs all the way down, but keep coming back to yoga. You will cry eventually. Grab your heels from behind, bend your elbows back, like wrap your elbows back, elbows to calves. Shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward, thighs contracted. First the legs stretching, then the hips stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. If your forehead's not yet touching the floor, open your step more and more and more. Everybody roll forward, hips up, lock your legs, touch forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Very nice, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Triangle, Trikonasana, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out. Bend your right leg, sit down until right leg is an upside down L. Like Linda, lean back and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee. Hover your right fingers just above your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn. Twist upper body back. Lock your left leg. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Good. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your right leg. Right toes in. Left toes out. Make sure your two heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down. And if you have tight hips or knees or hamstrings, maybe you just sit down a little bit today, and that's okay. Sit as low as you can, keep your chest lifted, and now move your arms. And if you can't sit down all the way, maybe just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee. That way you still get a nice diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head, so you're not like collapsing or stretching down, right? As you're able to sit down more, then it's the elbow in front of the knee. Look up towards the ceiling and stretch up. Turn, twist upper body back, contract right quadricep muscle, lift right kneecap, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms over your head, and float your arms down. Good, second set, Trikonasana, arms overhead. Step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, hips forward, arms back. Turn your right foot out, maybe left toes in a little bit. Inhale, bend your right leg. And if you're having trouble sitting down low, you might just need to take a bigger step. Taking a bigger step might help you sit down more, lean back, and move your arms. Now, if you feel like your feet are sliding apart, or if your ankle or knee are starting to roll in, try to squeeze your heels back together. Feet stay in place, but that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Can you drop your left thigh down? Reach your left shoulder up, turn, twist upper body back, lock left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Good, change. Move your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, lunge, sit as low as you can, lean back, keep your hips down low, and move your arms. So often when we're tight, when we say move your arms, the hips lift up, right? Keep your hips down low. So push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Look up and stretch up. So sit down more, chest up more, stomach in, jaw relaxed, turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Good for you. Change. Move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. Standing separate leg, head to knee. Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Janu Sharasana. Inhale, arms overhead. This time, just thumbs cross. Palms together, only thumbs cross. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, at least 36 inches. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. If you're on the long side of your mat, face the back of your mat. Turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in a line, 2 heels in a line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Tuck your chin to your chest. And you go down. Chin tuck to chest, round your spine, touch your exactly forehead to your knee, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. You can bend your front leg, you can take a bigger or smaller step, you can turn your back toes in more. Just try and get your knee and head close together. This is a compression posture. We compress the abdominal wall as we round our spine. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Good, shift your weight to your heels, pick up your toes and pivot to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels, so imagine you could draw a line in the sand in between your heels. Turn your back toes in and then press your right hip forward until your hips and armpits are facing the front of your mat. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Round your spine like an angry Halloween cat carved onto a pumpkin. Very seasonal. Stretch your fingers just beyond your big and second toe. Suck your stomach in. Bend your left leg as much as you need. Touch your knee and head together, but never force the body, right? Especially if you have a history of slip discs. Take it easy when we round down. This might be a little bit intense. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but never forcing. You're just exploring. Forehead and knee a little closer together. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra. Go slow, head up, last. Pivot on your heels, right foot back,
arms down. Beautiful. Second set, head to knee pose, arms overhead, palms together, only thumbs cross, maybe other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, a generous step. Be generous with yourself. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room, turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, peel your right rib cage back. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your right foot all the way down. For a balance challenge, try to keep your hands together the whole time. Stretch all 10 fingers just beyond your big and second toe, not too much further. Bring maximum weight into your front foot. Right hip up, push your left hip forward, forward, forward. You're trying to even out your hips. When you even out your hips and shoulders, that means both sides of your back round equally the same. So you're not twisting into part of your spine, overstretching or over compressing part of your spine. Both sides of your back, either side of your spine round equally. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. So turn your back toes in, push your hips forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly go down. So when we go down slowly in this posture, it creates muscle memory for that balancing standing head to knee pose, right? That really hard posture after party time. So if you go down slowly here, you learn what it feels like to touch your head and knee together, right? It's good for strength, for balance, for control, not just control of your body, but for control of your mind. Often when we're like a little tired or nervous, we speed up. And yoga is always an invitation to slow down. Push your forehead into your knee, lift both kneecaps, contract both quadricep muscles, change, slowly uncurl. So the slowness is where you gain the strength, the balance, the control of body and mind. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Middle of your mat and towel for tree pose, and then toe stand, Tadasana. Contract your left thigh and lift your right leg up. Steer the right knee to the right, right foot in. So at first, foot on shin, knee, thigh, eventually heel to costume. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest, and if you can balance, left hand up. Stretch up out of the crown of your head. Drop both elbows and shoulders down. Press your hips forward. Lock your standing leg. Change slowly with control. Lower your right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg and lift your left leg up. This side might feel a little or a lot different. It does for me. Eventually heel to costume. Sole of foot flat to ceiling. Let your left knee drop down. You want to feel it in your hip, not your knee. If it's bothering the knee, keep your knee lifted. You can even hold on to your kneecap with your hand. Eventually knee drops. So one day from the side, 2 knees in line. Keep this alignment. Left hand up. And if you can balance, right hand up. But if your foot slides a lot like mine does, continue to hold on to your foot with your hand. Be more interested in opening your hips than closing your hands. I'm sure there's a life lesson in there somewhere. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up. Try to temporarily eliminate any curvature in your spine. Good. Change. Slowly lower your left leg down. You're welcome to do a second set of tree. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. It helps with balance, concentration, meditation. Lift your right leg up, all the way up, anywhere above your knee, anywhere on your thigh is great. Now, if your foot is prone to sliding, hold on to your foot on the way down. Otherwise, hands together at heart center. Suck your stomach in and fold forward. Dangle your hands forward, fingers to floor. Walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, and sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Point your right toes, drop your right knee down, try to keep your 2 hips in line. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, shoulders soft, jaw relaxed, spine straight. Come a ½ inch off your heel. If you can, you must. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. Lift your hips up, straighten the standing leg. You can come up on 2 feet or reverse out, pressing your hips forward. Good. Change. Right leg down. Lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume. Sole of foot flat to ceiling. Let your left knee drop down. You can bring one or both hands together. Pick a spot on the floor. I'll show you from the side. Pick a spot on the floor. Don't move your eyes and start to fold forward. So you want to go down with a lifted kneecap, quadricep muscle engaged. Walk your hands forward first, lean forward, lift your heel. Keep the weight in your arms as you sit down. So there's no weight in the knee as you sit, all the weight's in your arms. From here, walk your hands back and lean back. So you want head over, shoulders over hips. Left hand up, right hand up. I'm one with the force is one with me. Come a ½ inch off your heel. Do or do not, there is no try. Good, change. Put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg first, and then push your hips forward. You're welcome to come up on a bent knee. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm gonna adjust our angle just a little bit. Okay, we're on the floor for the rest of class. What a delight. Great. Savasana. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. So I love to quote Star Wars in class. I find there's a lot of overlaps between the Star Wars universe and the hot yoga universe, especially with Yoda. But it turns out I'm not the only one. In fact, so much so that some of you might know this already, but there's like an international organization called Jedi Fight Club that is specifically based out of this style of yoga. And the idea is you just do like backward bends like all day for like a week or a weekend at a time. But it's like you just do wall walks, for those of you that know what that is. You backward bend down a wall like 100 times a day, and then you do like this 26 and 2 sequence a lot. And I love that it's called Jedi Fight Club. I think that's hilarious. But again, there's this weird overlap, I think, between Star Wars fans and fans of this style of yoga. And a big part of it, for those of you that like Star Wars, is like you can watch Star Wars a bunch of times and you'll see something new every time. And like, depending on where you are in your life, you'll get something new out of it every time, right? Even though it's the same. I mean, okay, so like George Lucas went back and edited some stuff in ways that a lot of us are not happy about. So maybe it's not exactly the same, right? But it's you know, it's Leia, it's Han, it's all that, right? And it's the same thing with this style of yoga. It's the same postures every time, but your perception of it, your experience with it in your body and in your current reality vary wildly. Some days, you know, maybe it feels the same for a while, and then all of a sudden one day it feels really different. Maybe physically, but maybe also like mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well, right? So that's the lovely thing, is like we can just come back to this beloved story that we tell ourselves, right? The 26 and 2 to me, it's like a story that we get to tell ourselves, or like listening to your favorite song, watching your favorite movie. I hope that you continue to learn new things every time. I still do. Pavanamuktasana, wind removing pose. Lift your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, nice tight, white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. Change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down and hold still. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, that's normal. Try flexing your right toes back to your face to anchor calf, hip, and right shoulder on the floor. Change. Left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a really big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone, joint, skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change. Arms down and eyes open. Take a slow inhale. Even slower exhale. Second set, right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers. Switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Pull your knee out and down. So you want to draw your knee close to your armpit, but it's easy to overdo it. If you're rolling way to the right, make a muscle with your left arm. Try to anchor your left shoulder on the floor. Change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. This is a nice hip and shoulder chest opener. It's a good grip strengthener. And this posture is really primarily about digestion. You're purposely putting pressure on your lower abdomen to push out gas bubbles. Change, left leg down, both legs up. So it's called wind removing pose for a reason. Grab your elbows, or just see if you can grab your elbows, because you might surprise yourself one of these days. Keep your heels together side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your heels, you line up your hips, and by extension, the whole spine starts to soften down. Change, arms down and eyes open, slow inhale. Even slower exhale. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit-up. Roll off to the side. Meet us on your stomach if you're having any back pain today. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor halfway. So come up halfway only, belly button down, chest is lifted. Keep your elbows bent, hug your arms into your sides. Arms make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Where are your shoulders in relationship to your ears? Roll your shoulders back and down, bring your elbows closer to your hip bones. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up. Chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. As you inhale, feel your rib cage expand. And as you exhale, let your shoulders soften. Second set, chin forward, hands flat on the floor, not cupping. Fingers just below the shoulders, little fingers in line with your deltoids. Feet together, lock your legs, look up, and lift. So in some styles of this posture, people will like straighten their arms or they'll lift their hands off the floor. We have a middle ground here. You want to actively push your hands down to wake up the back muscles, but it really is your back doing the work here, right? You're lifting your chest up away from gravity. Lift your thighs up, kneecaps up, feet down. So push feet, hips and hands down, lift your chest up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the towel, arms down, heels open. All of the postures that we're doing on our stomach, these are like across the board, any style of yoga, these are the postures you want to do if you are in back pain, if you have a weak back, anything like that, you tend to hunch forward a lot. These are all of your postures. They're all back bends and they're all going to strengthen the muscles that surround your spine. Next is Locust Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your shoulders and palms down. So palms face the floor, knuckles face the ceiling, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. If your thumbs are touching, rotate your arms the other way so palms face down. I know it's harder, it's safer for your shoulders. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. Did you know that in like sports psychology, there's more motivation for people if you count down than if you count up? I always think that's interesting. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, grab the floor with your fingertips, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it, struggle a little harder, feet together, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, hold here for 5, 4, 3, lift it up, 2, hold it, 1, change, slowly lower down, arms out, look to the right, left ear on the towel, breathing in, and breathing out. Second set, keeping the heart rate up, chin forward, flip your palms down to face the floor, bring your arms underneath you. If you have any sort of hobby or job where you're using your fingers, your wrists, your elbows a lot, this is your posture. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So if you're like a guitarist or a knitter, or if you're a hairstylist for a weekend, right? Or for a job, I should say, not just for a weekend, you're a hairstylist for a job, This is your posture. We're stretching out the tendons, the ligaments, and the joints in the arms. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. And if you are like me, which is to say you cannot knit, you cannot play guitar, and you cannot blow dry your hair to save your life, this is still your posture, right? It's really good for strengthening the upper body and working through any tightness in the knuckles, wrists, elbows, or shoulders. Change. Left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Spread your fingers wide. Squeeze your butt, make up your mind, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up. Can't, lives on, won't, street. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touch. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs. Use your hips and forearms for leverage. Shoulder down, mouth down, lock your legs. Change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out. Look to the left. Lots of fresh blood rushes through the knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Full locust, Purna Shalabhasana. Chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes, heels touch. Body makes a T. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. So good, 747, taking off just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on the floor. So it's interesting what motivates us, right? I once had a student tell me that in this posture, he imagines that he's skydiving, like the air below him is pushing him up, right? If you think about what you look like when you're skydiving. So maybe let's try that second set rather than like you're, lifting yourself away from gravity. What if psychologically you're like, I'm actually flying, right? I'm just falling. Second set, chin forward, arms out. So it's like you're gonna fall up. Feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. That's what my favorite teacher always says in this posture. She says, just fall up, right? Like you're just falling up towards the ceiling. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. This posture is so good for strengthening your back. Imagine you're skydiving or just falling up, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change. Slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right ear on the towel. So you inhale, feel your ribs expand. So you exhale, feel your chest soften. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin on the floor. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Roll forward once and hold still. Freeze between your ribs and your hips. Try to get your thighs off the floor. Bring your knees in, and if your feet are touching, open your feet a little bit. So try to keep knees, ankles, and wrists hip width distance. It's really hard. I'm right there with you. Point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, breathing in. And breathing out. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your tush, look up towards the ceiling and kick. One of my favorite things about yoga, especially like evening time yoga, is that it helps me make good decisions throughout my day. So like if you had a Big Mac right before class, this probably is not very pleasant, right? Or if you didn't drink water throughout the day, this might not be so fun. So just keep that in mind. We're eating healthy. We're drinking lots of water. We're breathing through the nose. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the towel. And I would be remiss when I say eat healthy. That doesn't mean starve yourself or deprive yourself. That means fill yourself up on things that make you feel good. Not just physically, but like culturally, right? Eating things that maybe like, your grandma ate or that your great-grandparents made, stuff like that. So you're eating in a way that like fills you up, not just your stomach, but your heart as well. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat and towel. So you wanna eat in a way that feeds your soul as well as your body. Fixed firm Supta Vajrasana, I'll show you from the side. Open your feet, open your knees, tabletop, and start to walk your hands back. Now, if you have tight ankles or knees, you might get to about here, and that's great. Slowly over time, the hips are gonna sink down. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or even behind you the whole time. Eventually, I'm gonna scoot back so I don't hit my chair. Eventually, if you can sit down between your heels, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down,
Left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, help yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, stretch your arms and legs out. Any concerns about your back, roll off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Okay, come to the top of your mat and towel, second set, fix firm, open your feet, open your knees. If this posture is easy for you, knees together but feet apart. Walk your hands back, sink your hips down, put your palms on your soles, right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain, left elbow down, knees never come off the floor, head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Relax your jaw. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Breathing in, breathing out. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, come towards the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. You are welcome to place one or both hands on the floor to help you in. Otherwise, go down, arms with ears, forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, arms with your ears, stomach in, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Try to hop efficiently into Savasana so that you have a moment to relax and breathe. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat and towel. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Slower you do, the more strength and control you gain. Squeeze your feet together, that's the trick. Touch forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, stretch your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, come on up, knees together, feet together, hands together, good, arms down, turn around, Shavasana. The next two postures are our deepest back bend, followed by our deepest forward curl. They're considered the summit of the series. It's where we really start to experience what I will call expansiveness in our body, right? The expansion of our chest, contraction of our spine, and then expansion of the spine, contraction of the abdomen. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. And it could just be a back bend, camel pose, but it could be like really opening yourself up, maybe on a different level as well. Up to you. So I'm going to show you from the side, Camel Ustrasana. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between knees and feet. Place your hands on your waistband, spine, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up. Lift your nose and chin, and if that feels okay, drop your head back. Now you're welcome to stay here the whole time, or go back halfway, hands on your back, everybody freeze in the middle. If this feels all right, see if you can grab your heels. Right hand down, left hand down, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, that's normal. Keep your hands on your back to support your spine. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Good, change. Put your hands on your back first, and then push yourself up without twisting your spine so your head comes up last. Turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So camel pose on hump day can be a little bit intense. You might notice that your practice changes depending on what day it is. And that's always something interesting to look into as well, right? Does it have to do with like who you tend to hang out with on that day, or like your work cycle or your sleep cycle? Just starting to notice, right? The postures kind of become this really great control group. The postures stay the same so that you can notice how different inputs affect the output, yeah? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat and towel set, or top of your mat and towel second set. And if you have tight knees and this hurts your knees, roll up your mat a little bit, or even a towel, right? So there's extra padding under your knees. So you can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, keep 6 inches between your feet, put your hands on your lower back, keep your eyes open, mouth closed, push your hips forward, look up, lift your chin, lift your chest, eventually drop your head back, eventually go back halfway. In the future, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, be still and breathe. Good, change, hands on back first, and then push up. Good, good for you, turn around, Savasana. I'm one with the force, and the force is one with me. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. I love you. I know. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, rabbit, Sasangasana. So thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down, round your spine like a bunny. Forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. You might have to adjust your ponytail. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you have the option to walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together. Press your feet, ankles, shins, and knees down. Lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. You want to create expansiveness on the whole back of your body. Change, hips down first. Slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc. Go slow, head up, last. Good. Turn around, Shavasana. Okay, let's do it again. Let's hop to it. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. I always think it's interesting that we go from camel to rabbit. Like, what an interesting menagerie, like an interesting zoo of animal postures. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands, and then grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. You want to feel each part of your back start to open up. The parts of your spine that you can't feel move are probably where you're tightest. For most of us, that's the middle back. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up fast. Turn around, Savasana. Almost to the end. Great, everybody's doing great. For the sake of time, we're gonna do one set of head to knee, one set of stretching, and flow that straight into spine twist. Fun. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, middle of your mat. I've been being bad about getting us out of here on time, and I'm committed to doing better today. Right leg out, left leg in. Janusharasana, head to knee pose. One set. Right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Bend your knee, touch your knee, and head together. Flex your toes back to your face. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot. Flex toes back, bend elbows down, suck stomach in. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, heel to costume, stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. So you can bend your left leg as much as you need, touch your knee and head together.
Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under your foot. Now from here, if it's easy to touch your knee and head together, see if you can slide your heel forward, eventually leg straight, eventually leg lock, eventually elbows to floor, right elbow down, right hip down, right shoulder down, so both sides of your back round equally the same. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping sit-up, stay here and stretch up. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign, and sit up. Don't get stuck down there. We've all gotten stuck down there. Paschimottanasana stretching. I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. Now here's the rub. When our hamstrings are tight, our back will try to compensate by rounding and vice versa. So for this posture, rather than rounding your spine, you want to keep a nice flat back. If you have tight hamstrings, keep your knees bent and fold forward, stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Slowly over time, you'll straighten the legs just a little bit more. Now for my flexi folks who can straighten your legs today, see if you can pull up on your knees and quadriceps and lock your legs so your heels come off the floor. Puff up your chest and now go down. Stomach to thighs pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up. We're gonna stay seated for spine twist. Identify left, identify right, don't mix them up. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch your right heel to your left knee. Place your right hand close behind you. Lift your left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel, and knee touch. Look down, and if you're sitting on your left foot, slide it out of the way, roll to the right. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also take it off the floor and grab your hip, your waistband, one day your inner left thigh. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg, touch your left heel to right knee, left arm behind you, point your right toes, lift your right arm all the way up and push the knee out, one day hand, heel, knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. Notice if you're leaning back a little bit, it's not so casual, yeah? So like lift your chest up, spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. If you can balance here, take your hand off the floor, wrap it back, grab your right thigh with your left hand for the half bind. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Wonderful. Middle of your mat and towel, final breathing, Kapalabhati. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If sitting in this position does not feel good, don't do it. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. Arms straight, lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. All you have to do is blow it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all you do is exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, contract your abdominal wall. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs will automatically take in air. So if you think about it, when you exhale, right, your lungs contract. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs expand. It's pretty smart. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, and away we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. 7:15 exactly. High five. Go team. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Take a breath. The same way that sometimes we just have to put one foot in front of the other. Sometimes we just have to take a breath. And then another breath, fully savoring the moment. enjoying each unique inhale and exhale. I think our breathing is kind of like snowflakes. They're never quite identical, right? So just appreciating this moment as you feel your chest rise and fall. Thank you all for coming to class and joining me. If you have any questions, please let me know. May the force be with you, and if you have a Catholic background, and also with you.